Hi everyone, I'm Jonny, and today we're talking about my first month on YouTube. Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, this is a channel where we talk all things barbecue. However, today we're taking a little bit of a detour and we're reflecting on my first month on YouTube. As many of you will remember from my first video, not only did I set out what I wanted to do with this channel from a barbecue perspective, but I also wanted to reference from time to time the career change that I was embarking upon. And having been 4 weeks now since the posting of my first video, I thought this would be a really good time to do that. I honestly can't believe where the month has gone. It's just absolutely flown by. And I guess, you know, YouTube is a massive learning curve for me. Whilst I would certainly class myself as proficient or more than proficient in barbecue, YouTube has been a very steep learning curve. So I feel as if I've kind of gone from not really knowing what I'm doing to perhaps still not knowing what I'm doing, but doing it anyway. That said, I am extremely proud of the videos that I've put out to date. So what have I done, I guess, in the first month? Well, I've put out 10 videos. I now have 157 subscribers and I have over 100 hours of watch content.
Golf clap? Golf clap.
I must admit I've enjoyed all the learning that I've been doing recently with regards to YouTube and the setting up of the 10 videos that I've put out so far. I perhaps underestimated just how much learning there would be. Things like iMovie editing, thumbnail production, researching growth strategies for YouTube, and then coming across something called search engine optimization, which I didn't even know was a thing up until about a week ago. On top of that, I never thought I'd be sort of sitting in bed at night having a cup of tea, looking at or researching or looking at videos, focusing on which camera was best to use for recording YouTube videos. The setting up of all of my social media accounts has been a bit of a learning curve as well. I'm no sort of stranger to social media. I've had a Facebook account for a number of years now, but I've never had one set up for a business. Equally, I've never had a Twitter or Instagram account. So setting up all of that's been quite interesting, and learning how to link all three of them to talk to each other has been a specific challenge that I've had to face into, but one that I've finally mastered and one that is now working really well. So as a reminder, you can now find Bad Weather Barbecue on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. You'll see the tags along here. So please go and hit me up where you'll get updates on all future cooks and videos. In terms of things that I might do differently, there's probably a couple of points. The first one would be having a defined recording schedule to kick me off. Whilst I'm more than, again, happy with the videos that I've put out, I think perhaps pulling in some of the more sort of beginners based ones earlier might have been a good idea. So for example, how to light the barbecue, or 2 different ways to light barbecue, followed by the direct versus indirect. You know, could have been done a little bit earlier, just simply because I knew what was coming later on in terms of the likes of the chicken lollipops and indeed the pork ribs. But yeah, just a little thought in terms of that. The second point would certainly be around comments, and trying to get as many comments as I can into the videos. I'm having some real fun at the moment interacting with all the comments that I get, and I really need to kind of push for more in that space. So that's certainly something that I'm going to be trying to do in the next 10 videos that I'm going to be putting out. The last point would be around, I guess, how much I've watched YouTube over the past month, and I mentioned earlier around search engine optimization and YouTube growth strategies. There are so many channels, and it is great to have them on YouTube, which help the people like myself who are starting their channel and starting their journey with how to do that. The challenge is that, as I say, there's so many of them, so you can get a little bit lost. My advice is certainly find 1 or 2 that you like the look of, that sound sensible, and go with them. and they'll have regular updates for you, which you can just, as I've asked you to do with me, is subscribe to the channel, and you can just pick up their hints and tips as and when they come. Which brings me to the final segment of this video. What am I going to do next? I think the initial answer is more videos. I've had a number of requests for low and slow videos, so I'm going to be doing them. I've also been extremely surprised from the response of the Aldi videos that I've done. So I've got another few of those up my sleeve as well, which I think is great. There's clearly a demand at that end of the market for more information on the likes of the Aldi barbecues, which is great. Secondly, I'll be finishing my existing job in early August, so I'm planning what I'm going to be doing with my time before I start college. So stay tuned, as I'm looking at a number of options at the moment, some of which I think you're really going to like. And thirdly, I'm going to be starting my college course in early September. So really looking forward to that, where I'll be able to then share how I'm getting on, and hopefully some of the new skills and recipes that I've been learning. I know that's been a bit of a different video today, but as I said at the start, I was keen to keep everybody updated with how I was getting on, and given that this was 4 weeks following the release of my first video, I thought it would be a really good time to do that. So I hope you've enjoyed that one. If you have, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and then hit that bell for future notifications. So I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video, where, believe me, we're getting back to the cooking. So take care for now, and I'll see you in the next video.